In this tutorial, we'll take a look at the normal distribution calculator. This calculator is available only for PCs. If you have a Mac, the icon normal distribution calculator will take you to a website that is relatively easy to use to compute normal distribution questions. We'll demonstrate the calculator if you have a PC. So suppose we have a builder, and that builder knows that building a certain type of house takes 87 days with a standard deviation of 4 days. Then there are different types of questions that get asked with the normal distribution, and I have 3 samples here. Question 1, find a 95% confidence interval for how long it will take to build a house. Question 2, what's the probability that the house will be completed within 90 days? And third, how much time needs to be allowed in order to be 90% confident that the house will be completed within that time period? So what we're going to do, we're going to call on the normal distribution calculator using the icon here, and I'll move it to the side. And there are 4 things that need to be entered. You see 5 boxes, but one of them will be irrelevant depending on the type of question. So the first thing you have to do is tell the calculator, are you looking for a value or values given a probability, or are you looking for a probability given a value? In the case of question 1, we're given the probability because it says 95% confidence, and we want to find the value, the left and right cutoffs. So we want to compute the value given a probability. The mean was 87 days, and the standard deviation was 4. And this is a two-tailed. Confidence interval is two-tailed, but we'll see one-tailed in the next question. The values left and right are irrelevant. That's what we're trying to find. And next is the probability between the tails, and we're looking for 0.95 because we want a 95% confidence interval. In fact, the default values for this normal distribution calculator would be a 95% confidence interval. You just have to enter the mean and the standard deviation. So after all of the information is entered, we click on Compute, and we see a picture. And a picture is worth 1,000 words, especially with the normal distribution. So we see that 79.16 is the left cutoff, 94.84 is the right cutoff, and the picture is showing us that 2.5% would be in the left tail, 95% in the middle, which is what we asked for, and 2.5% in the right tail. A confidence interval is just very, very simple using this calculator. Let's look at the second question. I'm going to click on Edit Data to take us back to the information that has to be entered. What is the probability that the house will be completed within 90 days? So here what we're trying to do is compute a probability given a value. The mean and the standard deviation are the same, but this is one-tailed, so it's one cutoff. And that cutoff has to be entered. We didn't need to enter it before because we were looking for it. The cutoff is 90 days, and we don't worry about the probability because we're going to find the probability. We hit Compute, and once again, a normal distribution picture is drawn for us, showing us that 77.34% of the curve lies to the left of 90, and 22.66% lies to the right of 90. So we're 77% confident that the house will be completed within 90 days. Finally, our last example, so I'll go back to edit the data. How much time needs to be allowed in order to be 90% confident that the house will be completed within that time period? So again, we're given a probability, and we need to compute the value, the cutoff. Mean and standard deviation are the same. This is still one-tailed. The cutoff is irrelevant. It's grayed out. It's not what we're looking for. And we want the probability to the left of the curve to be 90 in this particular case. So 90 gets entered as 0.9. And now that that's in, we hit Compute. And again, a graph is drawn for us. And we're 90% confident that it will take less than 92 days, and 10% confident or unconfident it will take too long. And I should point out the display is wrong and obviously needs to be fixed. But that's the nice thing about the normal distribution. The graph gives you the information that you need. So it should be clear to you that the numbers 10% and 90% have been reversed.